What's going on, everyone? It's your boy 300. We back with another video. Now, shout out to my boy on Twitter, Rambo the Prophet. I wasn't even, thinking about making another video on his Madden shooting. However, he linked me to an article, a news piece, which pretty much confirmed that the gentleman, David Katz, who was behind the shooting, had suffered from mental illness and has been confirmed that he was hospitalized not once but twice. So I went ahead, did some research, and found a more descriptive website, like article on Chicago.sometimes, which is still a little bit vague at the same time, but I'm still going to read this piece here. And the reason why I'm going forward with this video is because a lot of people who were offended on my very first video were like, yo, why are you blaming? I'm tired of people blaming mental illness. Well, look, you can't blame mental illness. That can be a reason or a cause of why certain massacres or mass shootings may have happened. But remember, generalizing just the topic of mental illness, under it is so many different variables, diagnosis, and all this other stuff that can lead to why certain things happen. And then what you say, well, this person suffered from mental illness. Now, also, I already told you, from the look at this gentleman's face, how awkward he looked. He looked like a sociopath. He looks like he's antisocial. And let me just also make this clear. We all like to joke sometimes and we say, man, I'm kind of antisocial. I don't like being around people. No. If you're antisocial, that means you really can't you can't socialize at all. It's kind of psychotic. Like, if you're someone who's antisocial, that is a diagnosis. Like, that is something. That's a mental illness problem. That's a mental health issue. So I don't like to joke on it anymore. And I don't even like to say that I'm antisocial. I just don't socialize much, is what I like to say. I'm more of an introvert, but at times I can open up and just talk to everybody. That's just how I am. Anyways, though, I'm gonna read a piece from this article, and we're going to get, down to the bottom of this and really try to talk as to why this may have happened. It says here, a man accused of killings at video game tournament treated for mental illness records. Now, I'm going to read it here. It says, Jacksonville, Florida, court records obtained by the Associated Press show that the man accused of killing two people than himself at a video game tournament in Florida has been hospitalized for mental illness. Whew. It says divorce filings from the parents of 24-year-old David Katz of Baltimore says that as a teenager, he was twice hospitalized in psychiatric facilities and that he was prescribed antipsychotic and antidepressant medications. Also, if you hear the ice cream truck, whatever, it says the records show that Katz's parents disagree deeply on how to care for their troubled son. That's an issue. Katz's father claimed his estranged wife was exaggerating symptoms of mental illness as part of the couple's long-running and acrimonious custody battle. They divorced in 2007. Authorities say that Katz killed two people and wounded 9 others Sunday before fatally shooting himself at the Madden NFL 19 tournament in Jacksonville. A gaming rival of the man blamed for a deadly shooting rampage at a video game tournament says he was baffled that anyone he had competed against online would resort to bloodshed. So this may have been a situation where the person, Shay Kivlin, who was the man, I guess, competing against Mr. David Katz, said he was pretty much baffled at the idea that somebody he played up against would kind of lead towards trying to kill people due to losing. But then again, you have to remember there's mental health issues involved, so it may have been like a trigger or somewhat. It says here, Shay Kivlin of Seattle traveled to Jacksonville, Florida for the weekend for the Madden NFL 19 tournament. He was resting at his hotel Sunday when authorities say a gunman killed 2 people at the venue and wounded 9 others before fatally shooting himself. It says authorities identified the shooter as David Katz of Baltimore. Kivlin said that he heard plenty of rumors. A friend told him that he heard Katz was asking about Kivlin before the shooting. That's scary. The fact that Brad or David Katz, whatever his name is, was asking for the man that he competed up against before the shooting occurred was probably looking to kill him. That man got lucky, man, but it's unfortunate that 2 others had to lose their lives and 9 others were injured due to this tragedy. This is ridiculous. He said in Madden, you never get so mad at a loss that you would want to do that. Well, understand, sir, I would just want to make it clear that things such as losing, or when you lose in Madden, Call of Duty, whatever, is one thing. You may break a controller once again. You might throw that shit. You may fucking say your mother sucks, whatever. You might say catch cancer. You might say certain things that you're going to regret afterwards. However, if you are someone who has any type of mental health issue, it can be a triggering factor, and it may push you to do things that either you wouldn't want to do, or depending if you're on medications, depending if you seek a proper treatment, and if you're not, and if you're neglecting all this help, it can really push you to do certain things. There's a lot of cases where video games, of course, were involved because this person who may have suffered from mental health issues probably were addicted to playing GTA. However, was it GTA that caused this man to do it? No, it could have been a triggering factor that all these guns in the game may have gave this man an idea like, yo, I want to shoot up so many people, and it could have encouraged this person to do so. Absolutely. But we cannot sit here and say that Madden caused this man to shoot these 2 innocent individuals and shot at 9 others. This man simply had an issue. What I would like to know more about is, was it before or after the divorce that this man had to be? Well, he was hospitalized right after the divorce. However, I wish they had more details in regards to like how was he acting before the divorce. Don't get me wrong, if your parents are going through a divorce or you have like a death in the family, it can really rearrange things in your head, and you can, somewhat feel emotional enough and go through like a depression, a stage of depression or anxiety or something like that. That happens. However, I like for this divorce to happen in 2007 all the way till now, that this man decided that the triggers he couldn't contain himself, that he just killed 2 people. I feel like there was much more to it. That maybe it could have been something before the divorce, and maybe they were like neglecting it, and I guess it triggered, that divorce may have triggered his mental health issue, and he probably went to a deeper stage of depression. And it is extremely sad because we will never know. We'll never know. And one thing I really want to question is, if this man is from Baltimore, how the fuck did he get all the way from Baltimore to Jacksonville, Florida with that gun? Did he fly over? Did he drive over? It still hasn't been said, or maybe I'm missing something. How was he able to get this weapon over? Did he buy a gun in Florida? I'm still confused. But there's a lack of security happening here, and I'm not comfortable with it at all. I'm catching anxiety as we speak. I'm getting scared. I'm getting nervous because I don't like shit like that at all. The fact that this man decided go from Baltimore all the way to Jacksonville, Florida, because he was looking for Kivlin, one of the guys he competed up against, and I guess he was losing or something, and then all of a sudden killed 2 other people and shot at 9 other people? Nah, man, that's sketchy. Listen, all I want to say is that for those, once again, who were offended when I did say that mental illness was a probable cause or an issue as to why this gentleman did this shooting, yeah, I kind of know my shit. I'm sorry. But also those who are taking care of themselves, who are seeking proper treatment, seeing a therapist weekly, whether if it's twice a week or so, those who are watching positive people on YouTube, those who do things, paint, draw, listen to music, sing, or, who kind of like endorse themselves into certain activities to keep them, good. Yo, God bless you, because you're doing the right thing, and you want to see the proper help too, because it's not only about yourself, it's those who you're around that you want to make sure are safe when you're with them. Because I've been around people who can't control themselves because of their mental state, and they apologize like crazy because they may have swung on you by accident and said that the devil told them. Yo, man, shit is real out here. Shit is real out here. So also the comments that are telling me I can't believe he shot him over a game of Madden, I'm trying to tell you right now, it was never about Madden. Madden may have did like a trigger. Madden may have triggered it. It has never really been about Madden. It is never really the main subject of why something was caused. There's always back ends to shit. In this case, he suffered from mental health issues, had prior issues with someone due to competing in the game, but it was a triggering factor in his mind. God bless those who lost their lives and those who are injured. Hopefully you get a speedy recovery. And I'm out of here. God bless everyone. Peace.
The weather's cold, we're getting older. Things even change when it gets colder. But we'll move on just like a moment. Nothing is the sun and sky, the sun. Those were the days.